Are we live? We are. Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to my platform. Happy Wisdom Wednesday. I'm super excited that you are here. If you've been watching, you will know that we are transitioning. We are now talking all about emotional management or emotional regulation. And I say those words instead of control because let's just be real. We can't always control how we feel, but we can or we get to control how we behave because of those feelings. So in this video, we're going to talk just briefly about the biggest mistake that I see when it comes to people trying to get a hold of their emotions and pull themselves together, and that is fighting the emotions instead of feeling the emotions, right? So I like to say avoidance because there's many different ones, but I think that avoidance is probably the biggest one that I see. And that is the act of like ignoring, repressing, or just pretending like the emotion isn't there. Like this typically happens when somebody's been really going through it and they're like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of, I'm not going to be sad anymore. Okay. I'm not going to be angry with him anymore. Forget it. I'm done. Okay. Or my personal favorite that women say all the time, it's fine. Please note, if someone says it's fine, it is definitely not fine. Like 9 times out of 10, it's not fine, but whatever. So avoidance. And so this person sets out on this journey to no longer feel this unwanted or uncomfortable emotion. And they'll literally do anything, distraction, like whatever it takes to not feel the emotion. But that does not make it go away at all. Instead, it's like when you get a soda can and it's a carbonated drink, right? And somebody shakes it up, shakes it up, shakes it up. The pressure is just building and building and build like a pressure cooker. It's building and building and building. And inevitably, something happens and the Coke can gets popped and it spews everywhere, or the pressure lid gets flipped and the steam just blows out. And it has literally nowhere to go, so it goes everywhere. And this spewage gets on people who did not hurt you or did not do anything to you. And the other thing is that when you pack down these emotions, yes, when they come out, they spew on everybody around you, but it's been packed down for so long, it's created so much pressure on the inside that it's poisoned you. You are now more angry. You are now more sad. You are now more depressed. And in lots of times you're embarrassed about this huge irrational like response that you had because it wasn't about what set you off in the first place. I see this all the time inside the hospital where someone is ranting and raging and just so angry. And it's like, this is not about the phone call. This is about whatever was all of these things that happened prior to you getting here. And yes, you not being able to get this phone call in this moment is what set this off, but that's not what this is about, right? So when we practice avoidance, we place ourselves in a position to have an even larger explosion, even more embarrassment, more sadness, more anger later down the road because it's compound and it's just stacked on top of each other. It's that Lego tower where the little Lego tower just falls over, but you know, your kid makes it really high, and then it's like, pew, and then Legos go all over the living room. And as a mom, you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that happens with our emotions. So you're like, okay, Kayla, cool. What should I do instead? So instead of avoiding our emotions, we get to get curious about them. So I know lots of us are hotheads. I totally used to be a hothead. As soon as I felt something, I'm like, I got to act on it. I'm going to call them right now. I'm going to send them this text message. I'm good. No. We get to get curious. What is this telling me about myself right now? Why am I feeling like this? Is this triggering something that's happened in the past? Like, do you haven't picked up the phone the last 2 times I've called? Am I feeling ignored? Is this triggering my like feelings of betrayal? Is this a fact? Like, is there a possibility that something else could be going on here? Why do I feel this way? Because once you know what you're feeling, once you know why you're feeling it, you get to challenge it. Is this fact? Or is this fiction? Is this my insecurity talking? Is this my trauma talking? Or is this real life? And sometimes we need somebody like a coach to help us wade through those emotions. But the truth is, lots of times our initial emotion isn't always accurate. I know that as women, we're like, oh, you got intuition. Believe your intuition. We get to learn the difference between our intuition talking and our trauma. And that's on us. That is on us. So I'm never going to say, don't go with your gut, but you get to challenge your gut and say, hey, gut, is this a real thing? Or is this something that I'm making up so that I feel comfortable and I feel safe? Right? So much stuff that we're going to dive into. That's just one. Super, super excited. I want to know down below, are we fighting emotions or are we feeling emotions? If you need help, say, Kayla, I need you to help me feel my emotions. I need you to help me because that's what I'm here for, okay? If you're not already, come and hang out with me in the Plot Twist community group. I am transitioning my free community from Facebook to Telegram so that I can capture all of my peeps. I've got people on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and I need a space where we can all grow and learn together. We are women supporting women. You're going to get your challenges. You're going to get your voice drops. You're going to get replays of the podcast and lives and all the things in that group. And if you just want a space where you can be vulnerable, share your wins, share the things that you want to learn, the Plot Twist is the place to be. I'll drop the link down below. I love you. I want the best for you. And I hope this video helped. Have an excellent week and we will talk real soon. Bye, girl.